Hey y'all, this is my husband Jared.
It's my wife Jenny.
This is Cherry Pie Cottage.
Episode 23.
Whoop whoop. And we're also a year old. We have been podcasting for a full year.
1 year.
Yay! Well, so on the 19th of February.
Yes.
Today is the 22nd?
23rd. Yes.
Okay.
23rd.
23rd. Yes.
So we live in Lubbock, Texas, which if you don't know where that is, the part of Texas that goes straight up, kind of a box, called Panhandle. We are just below that.
We're at the very bottom of that. Just below. Very bottom. I'm from this area, so I get to say he doesn't. He's from Houston.
See, the weird thing is up here, they have like weird definitions of geography. Okay. To me, you take a state, split it in fours. Okay. Up here is north. Down here is south. Okay. East, west, or whatever. Here, in Texas, apparently, this part over here is north.
Yeah, Dallas-Fort Worth is North Texas.
But over here, over here,
where it juts up, that's
where
the
it goes
Panhandle.
Up, that's not North Texas. Even though it's still north.
Would you consider Houston South Texas?
Yes, absolutely I would. It is both south and east. Okay.
Okay.
Here,
I will concede that Lubbock
is north and west.
No, I will concede that maybe we're West Texas. Actually, I will concede we're West Texas, but I will never concede that we are north. No hate to Dallas or Fort Worth, by the way. It's just y'all are the north, we are not.
Even though we're further north.
We're in the Panhandle.
We are the tundra of Texas.
Huh. We also have things called playa lakes.
Well, that's...
There's some people that are like, what are those? So they're natural occurring like...
They're lakes that are playas.
No. We actually live on like a plateau. It's a giant plateau because there's like several miles, but we live on a plateau and it's flat and it's like prairie and desert together. And we have these areas, some of them are man-made and some of them are natural, but they're like a dry lake bed, and then when it rains it fills up. So it's a place to store for water to be for cattle and animals. So there's some that are natural and there are some that are man-made, and there are a ton in Lubbock because if we didn't have them, we would be flooded every time it would rain.
Which would be like once every 30 years.
If we had no playa lakes whatsoever, we would flood because we are so flat. In my hometown, we actually have like ditches. Like you have to slow down to drive over them because the way that the sides of the streets are made is so the water can flow to the grate to go away. They're not as bad as they used to be. There used to be one that you could like tear up the bottom of your car if you went more than 10 miles an hour over it. It was ridiculous.
So we want to welcome our new members and
that was
welcome back to our returning members or viewers. So
that was a rabbit hole and a half.
We're gonna climb out of that rabbit hole.
So, what are you drinking, babe?
Nothing.
You drank it all? Well, what cup are you using?
My Pagosa Springs, Colorado cup. Well, this is where we went for our honeymoon.
Did not get that mug there.
Did not get this mug there. Got this mug in Afghanistan in a care package that was sent. Not from her. She didn't send me nothing.
That is a bold-faced lie.
She didn't send me a Pagosa Springs coffee mug.
No, because he has 12 million mugs. He did not need another one. So now the rule is when he gets a new one, he has to get rid of one. Then Jamie sent us mugs, and he still hasn't gotten rid of one to make room for that one.
I'll get rid of it later.
You keep saying that.
So, what are you drinking, babe?
I am drinking coffee out of my No Makers mug, which, you know, y'all all know we loved her. But she no longer dies. This way. I love this. So, I'm drinking coffee out of this, even though it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Never too late for coffee. Unless it's like 9 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock, I think, is my cutoff for coffee. So what's been going on, babe?
You would ask me that when I was... Mm-hmm. It's been super windy.
It varied. Y'all might be able to hear it throughout the podcast.
I've been...
This is a real fireplace behind us,
yes.
by the way, so...
So if you hear the wind, it's because it's...
Yeah.
And the flu's closed, that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that stinking windy here. Like, we probably are going to get a dirt storm.
Well, I think we got one earlier.
Possibly.
So...
Yeah, because we don't get much rain. We get dirt. Let's see what else. Oh, I've been knitting like a ton. So I have a lot to talk about.
I have not.
No, he has not. He's been coming home and falling asleep on the couch, waking up, eating supper, and falling asleep again.
Pretty much.
So most of this last week, I've been telling him, just go to bed. I'm not ready to go to bed, so go to bed.
That's awesome. I love her. I love you very much. But when I'm ready to go to bed, I'm just ready to go to bed.
I know.
We'll
do this every once in a while where I'm just like, I would prefer for us to go to bed at the same time just because I like to. But then it gets really old going to bed early and I'm just like, no, I'm not ready to go to bed. I don't want to lay in the bed and play on my phone for 2 hours trying to get sleepy. But then we'll do this and then he gets tired of not going to bed at the same time. So then we compromise and we'll both go to bed at 10. Because he's ready to go to bed at 9. I'm ready to go to bed at 10 or at 11. So,
we got some big news.
Yes, if you saw my Instagram teaser.
Super big news.
Yes. I mean, it is. When y'all see this, it'll be Monday. It's Saturday here. So I literally just made that announcement maybe 30 minutes ago. So y'all are probably all just...
a buzz.
I know.
What is the news?
Well, let's go on. Let's do Mitt's Cow winners. No, I'm just kidding. No, our announcement is we're going to Knit City! Yay! So, we are so super excited. Because we have a lot of Canada friends. And we are so excited to get to meet all of y'all. So if you're going to Knit City, look for us.
Yep. Come see us, say, hey, y'all.
Yeah. Say, hey, y'all. There might be a bonus in it for you.
I have nothing to do with that.
You're the one that came up with it. I do plan to have little giveaways and stuff, but I don't have any of it in hand right now because we just made the decision this week.
Yep.
We're super excited because we get to see the Cozy Up girls and lots of our other Canada friends. I know for and Ginger Snap. Kim from Ginger Snap and her husband Colin. We'll get to see them. Those are the ones we know for sure are going. So that's why I'm not naming anybody else because I want to name you and then call you out and say you have to go. So
yeah.
If you're going, message me and we can see y'all. Yay! Knit City is the 5th and 6th of October. We are going to fly out of here October 3rd and then fly back the 7th. And we are so super excited. Our room has been booked. My parents are keeping the kids. We've already asked them, so don't just assume that we, said they're keeping them. No,
we're just gonna drop them off on the way out of town.
We called them very first because if they couldn't watch the kids, then it was a no-go. We were not going to be able to go because we cannot afford to take all 4 of us to Canada.
No.
And their passports have to be renewed, so that was another big thing.
Ours are barely going to make it.
Ours expire next year. But hey, it'll have a country besides Japan on it.
Mine doesn't even have anything.
That's
because I was the military member, so they would never stamp my passport.
Hey, babe.
Hey, yeah, babe.
Here.
I know. You big jerk.
Okay, you're gonna have to stop casting on because you're gonna have to help.
But I'm counting.
Okay. We are going to draw winners for our Mitz Cow winner, not winners. We don't have winners. Yes. Sorry. What are you going to win? You ask. Well, first off, I'll let you do that. She can get it up closer than I can.
Okay, so the first thing is a Julie Pulley Creations progress keeper, I'm guessing. It's a little big to be a stitch marker, in my opinion.
Well, you can use them as a stitch marker, too.
I mean, you can use it for whatever you want. Really. But...
they're awesome. They work really good as zipper pulls, too.
Yep.
I have mine. Well, you can't see it. Mine on my zipper pull. On my zipper.
Ooh, I didn't even notice that.
Yep. You didn't show the back, did you?
I did not.
Okay, good.
Should I?
No.
Okay.
No. There's a coupon code for 15% off on the back. So, if you win, you get it.
Yep. So
and
you get the progress keeper.
This has got yarn fuzz on it.
You'll get the yarn fuzz for free.
Totally.
We'll send that with it.
Then you get a Royal Swans Cherry Pie Cottage bag. So, and this is the same, this is the inside. Small. And you will get some Cherry Pie Cottage yarn. This is Monkey's Blues. And...
what base is it?
This is our fingering sock base. And thanks to the lovely Laura of Knit for Brains, you will get a, well, it's not wanting to cooperate, a Texas stitch marker.
What?
Woot woot. So
do I need Siri for this?
Yes, you need Siri for this.
Okay.
We had 30, I think, or was it 32? I have it queued up. 31 posts. So it will be 2 through 31 because the first post was my
hopefully mine will win.
No, yours is not even available on here or even allowed. So.
Hey Siri. Pick a number between 2 and 31.
A random number between 2 and 31 is 16.
That's on page 1. Page 1. My hair is floppy today. Look at that.
Mine too.
Apparently we're extra ridiculous today.
It is mine!
No, it's not, but she
Go
did.
down one more, that's 15.
It's the same one.
Same person.
She got to enter twice because she used our yarn. She used Obligatory Valentine. It is Mother of Twins 2.
Woo!
And she knit, where did she knit? Through the Woods mitts. And she used our DK sock. I don't know if y'all can.
Oh, yeah. Those are nice.
Isn't that pretty? That is, I love that color. We still have 3 more of those skeins in the shop on fingering sock. Yes, because all the ones on DK sold out on DK 100, and I didn't ever re-dye it on DK sock. I probably should have. I will next year. So once Obligatory Valentine is sold out, it will not be in the shop again until next year.
So Mother of Twins 2.
Woohoo!
Contact her via Ravelry? Or
yes,
Instant?
Ravelry.
Ravelry. So get with her on Ravelry, and we will get your prize out to you post-haste.
Okay. Now it's time for
Oh, party!
I didn't do the...
You did not.
I did
Do you want to
not.
do it again?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead because
Okay.
we all know Jared doesn't have a foe. I finished my sweater. Y'all stop it.
Hey, he has been working on his mitts and he's casting on a second project. Even though he still has socks that he should be working on.
Nobody asked your opinion.
Should we explain the opinion?
Forget the socks. I'm going to give you the labyrinth treatment. Forget about the socks.
I finished my doo-wop shawl by Lisa Haynes. Stop. So, and then the pretty bit, all the mosaic. Ooh, I love that part. I love this shawl so much. This was knit it's sport weight. I used Malabrigo Ario on the Barajas. I don't know how to
Barajas.
Barajas colorway. Apparently I did not grab all of the tags. Natural. And my other tag fell out. And I believe this one was Azul.
Yes.
So the tag fell out. I had put it in the middle of the ball, but it didn't stay. So that's what I had left. And I probably could have done one more of the mosaic, but I was done with it at that point. So, but it's still an amazing size. So this is by Lisa Haynes. And Jamie, you probably won't want to knit this because it's not symmetrical. I mean, it is kind of, but the corner, the point doesn't come all the way to the middle. But I love this shawl so much. And because it is kind of a neutrally, I mean, there's the pop purple, but I have a lot of purple. I have a lot of things I can wear with the purple. So, but I love this shawl so much. And I forgot how much I love Malabrigo too. So soft. So, anyways. My doo-wop shawl. But that's all the faux I have. I would have had another one if I hadn't decided that I needed to be done knitting on that for now. After concentrating on only one project in January, I have been like knitting on, I've cast on like 2 new things, recast on 1, and started 2 designs. All sorts of stuff. But that's all I have for faux party. Now for something completely different.
Let's see.
What's in the news today, dear?
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
What?
Supplies! Why did the grown twins move back in with each other?
Why?
Because they wanted to be roommates.
Oh my.
Or sorry, they wanted to go back to being roommates.
Mm.
One more.
Okay.
Did you hear the dairy farmers dairy farmers here in the area, they started a bowling league.
Oh really?
Yeah, you know what their name is?
What?
Can't believe it's not Gutter.
So dumb. Is that all for breaking news today?
That is it.
Okay. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Now it's time for Whip It Good. I don't know why I feel like I have to do this every time we say that.
Probably the same reason you have to do this every time we...
I know. I don't know why. It's a habit. Well, can I go first?
Sure.
Okay. This is an old whip, but a new whip at the same time. I am working on the Snap That Wrap by, surprise, surprise, Cozy Up Girls. Because we love them, and I love their patterns. I frogged what I had done because I didn't like, I was using a variegated and I didn't like it with the lace. So I recast it on with this hot pink. And that's as far as I got.
What pink is that?
This pink is a fellow Texas dyer, which I can say that now. Twisted Owl on their Super Sock, which is a 75-25. And it is called Eye Searing Pink, and it is really that pink. I am hoping I can get this done by Knit City so I can wear it at Knit City. But I have to learn how to do brioche. I have been seriously thinking about some way that I can hack it where I don't have to do brioche but get the same look.
Well, like you were saying, there's that corrugated rib.
Yeah, well, no, it's not corrugated rib. It's, what did she call it? Honeycomb brioche.
Oh, I've been wanting to try that honeycomb brioche.
Well, good, you want to knit it for me?
Not really.
No. Okay, well, that's my color 1. My color 2 is this speckle by Hedgehog Fibers. Oh, there's that tag. I was looking for that.
Found it.
Yep. And this one is called Cheeky. And this is her Hedgehog sock yarn. And then my last color is this gorgeous gray from Sweet Georgia Tough Love Sock Snowfall colorway. So it's gonna go like that. It's gonna be so pretty. And then the brioche is gonna be those two together. It's gonna be so pretty. Now I just gotta get my rear end in gear to actually knit on it because I have been obsessively knitting on other stuff. I will get back to this for sure because I really want this and I love wraps. Because I can wear them more like scarves here and it's not so hot because we live in this part of Texas. Houston is hotter than us. We actually get some cold. But I showed this last week, but
it gets cool in Houston.
Time Lord coffee from Julie Pooley. Can we do another one?
How many do you have?
4 more.
Oh my goodness.
Plus cast on, plus the new cast on that I want to do.
You have 4?
I have 5 that I currently worked on the last 2 weeks, and then I have a new cast on that I'm not allowing myself to do until I finish that design. Knitting that design.
Go ahead.
Okay. This one is for Little Miss, for Haley. And I am knitting the One and Done by Casapinka. See? I am using Happy Little Yarn. Cactus Bloom colorway. Here it is in the skein, or in the cake. And then well, there's the top part. So that's what I've got so far. And then at the very end, you have stitches that you just drop. It's gonna be so fun. I love doing that. So you drop a stitch like all the way down. It's very satisfying. But, so that one is for Little Miss. I'm hoping to have this done by her birthday at least. If not, then it'll be Christmas. Because I told her there is no guarantee I will obsessively knit on this because at some point I will get bored and pick up something else. Which is why I have so many whips. But I knit on what I feel like knitting on. Because if not, then I lose my mojo. So, you want me to do one more and then you talk?
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead. I'm playing yarn chicken with my tail here.
So there's that one. And then this one is another new cast on. This is the one that this was the one that I was using in my Snap That Wrap. But I didn't like the way the variegation was looking in the lace. And this one is Pinky Swear, Hedgehog Fibers, Pinky Swear colorway, sock yarn. This one is also by Casapinka, because she's another one of my favorite designers. And this one is called Your Slip is Showing. And it calls for 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn. So, and it is meant for like these wildly colored skeins that everybody buys and has no clue what to do with them. My colors are the Hedgehog Fibers, not that one. Well, oh, this one is Lamb Woman Knits, the luckiest Lamb Woman Knits. And then Cherry Pie Cottage. Lemon Poppy Seed. Huh?
I like their yarn.
You like Cherry Pie Cottage?
I do.
Well, I'm glad. I heard you got a crush on the dyer from that company,
I got
too.
more than a crush on the dyer.
I stole this from the shop. So, Cherry Pie Cottage. And then my last color is also a My Precious, but as soon as I got it in the mail, I had to cake it up and start this. What?
No problem.
Okay. So, this is pineapple yarn. On her Lanny sock, which is 75/25. And this colorway is called Like My Shirt. But pineapple yarn. And I don't know why I kept this, because this has got a coat. No, it doesn't have a coat on it. But she sent a pineapple gummy that was like this big.
Where is it?
Me and the kids split it. We each got a bite. You weren't here. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it is just a crush.
Oh, stop. Anyways.
My turn?
No, I'm not done talking about this one. Then it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Then I have two more to talk about, but those kind of go together because they're designs.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get that. Okay, there it goes. So here we go. So you start here and you knit across to the other side. It's corner to, which is one of my favorite shapes. I love this shape because it's so wearable. It's easier to shape, but there you go. And it is like, I swear it's knitting itself.
Well, then can you really consider that one of your whips if it's knitting itself?
Really? But I love it. And then there's the back. But it's so pretty. And it's so my colors. And I can put the yellow in because it's not just yellow. You think I can get away with this yellow up close? Or is it too pale? Too pale?
Maybe.
Okay. So, again, that is Your Slip is Showing by Casapinka. And I love it because I get to use all my bright yarn. Because I didn't want to use them in just one project. But putting them all together is fantastic. It's great. And then, of course, Haley said, so Mom, when you finish that, I can borrow it, right? I said, we'll see. Did you drop a stitch marker again?
Somewhere. It's one of these.
Oh.
So, the vacuum cleaner will find it.
No, I hope not.
Why?
Because those will tear up the vacuum cleaner. Anyways.
Anywho.
Would you like to talk?
Yes, I would like to talk.
Okay, then.
So,
I did start out this episode saying I had a lot to talk about, though. So, just saying.
Okay.
Now you can talk. I'll be quiet.
Y'all heard her. Y'all hold her to that.
I'll knit.
She's not being quiet. Okay. So, I have two whips. This one counts, right?
No, I would actually count. Well, yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Count it as cast-on-itis, too, if you wanted.
Oh, one or the other. Okay, so, in my Cherry Pie Cottage one-of-a-kind bag that none of y'all get to have, and I have my Skellington Coffee zipper pull on there. Because I didn't get a zipper pull from Cherry Pie Cottage.
Those are for paying customers.
I think I
or friends that I'm not married to.
So I have my mitts in here, and no, they're not done. I know, but I have separated off the thumbs. They are no longer attached to the needles, and these are plugging right along. I got kind of a slip stitch pattern going in there. And my thumbs look really weird on here because I'm not a designer. Okay? And I was just trying to wing it with these and see what I would get out of them. And so when I was doing the increases for the thumb, I was doing the increases on every row as opposed to every other row, which I was later told is incorrect.
It's okay. It's a unique piece that you made.
Exactly.
What yarn are you using?
I am using Cherry Pie Cottage poppies that will put them to sleep in the wool base. This is 100% wool.
No, it's not.
No, it is not. There's some nylon in there, isn't it?
It's DK sock.
75-25 wool, nylon.
DK sock is the base.
But what's in it?
Superwash merino,
which is
75%
wool.
and 25. But that's not the base. I said, what's the base? The base is called DK sock.
What's the other 25?
Nylon, but that's not what I asked.
So it is wool and nylon.
I did not ask what is in it. I said, what is the base?
It's the 100% DK.
No, it is not. Stop it. You know, Jamie bought some DK 100. Now she says that she wants to design something and call it
DK 100?
Yeah.
Or 100% DK.
100% DK. Yeah. I told her, I said, go ahead, because my husband's never going to let me live that down either.
Nope, never.
Never.
So, my other thing, I'm going to talk about this because you don't have castonitis.
Yeah, I do.
Where? No, you don't have it written down.
I don't have it written down. I was going to do it after we were done talking about whips.
Well, I'm done talking about whips. So, mine.
It's technically a whip. It's on the needles. It's not castonitis anymore.
So this is a whip. This is how far I've gotten. This is live knitting. Okay. And this is why I say I was playing yarn chicken with my tail. Because somehow I actually managed to get the right amount of yarn set aside to cast on with. Mm-hmm. I never have this. Usually my tail is about a foot long. But that's all I have. And what am I making, you ask? I'm going to make another one of these. This is the Ditto pattern by somebody or another.
It's a free pattern.
By Ann G. Not Angie, but Ann G.
It's a free pattern, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I believe it is.
I think it might be. I don't remember. I've had this pattern for a while.
And you don't like to buy patterns.
I don't.
He does now.
No, nothing against pattern writers. It's just
he doesn't feel like he knits enough.
I don't knit enough to justify.
I am all about buying patterns.
So when I knit this one out of No Maker's yarn in the Sonic Screwdriver colorway, and you can see the cables in there, kind of.
It's one of his favorite hats.
One of my favorite ones. But I'm going to knit another one with, and this one's going to match my sweater that I knit, because I'm using my Barocco alpaca yarn and the leftovers from knitting my sweater. This is the Knit Picks Swish Worsted in the Marine Heather colorway. So I'm going to do this one a little different. This is going to be a 2-color hat instead of just using the one variegated.
He loves cables, by the way.
I love doing cables.
Which is why when I design your hat, it's going to be called Cablelicious, because it's just going to be full of cables.
So I was hoping I could just cast on this and just knitting around. But my cable is too long. So I'm going to have to do this magic loop.
You're not going to borrow needles from me?
I might.
Because I think going up a needle size for you is not that big of a deal because of how tight of a knitter you are. And for that one, you had to consciously...
I'm not so tight anymore.
No.
What are you doing? Is that a bit of your hair?
No, that's not the right color. That's a bit of your hair.
It's not mine. That's probably part of the alpaca.
Probably.
So, I don't remember if this is a free pattern or not. And I'm guessing on this one.
We just watched Cozy Up Girls.
I don't do gauge swatches. I guess to gauge.
Yeah, we totally guessed to gauge too.
So.
Well, you did on your sweater.
Yeah, I did gauge on my sweater, but everything else I don't. But that's the hat. So, Again, ditto by Angie.
Anything else to say?
Uh,
Do you have any other plans for more cast-ons or picking up old whips? Because Cozy Up, by the way, is doing a winter whippet in their group. So, old whips, get them done.
Is there an expiration date on old whips?
No, I think it's just old whips.
Yeah, because I do have my 4-year-old whip.
Yes, because something just popped up on my Facebook from 4 years ago, and it was the very first hat I ever knit. So it's been over 4 years since we started knitting.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome. Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome!
We're doing some awesome guesstigaging.
The next new colorway will be called Words, by the way, because I have trouble with them. Speaking of winter whips, I have picked my Scatterbee socks back up. And this is a free pattern by Amy Stringer. I am using Flying Goat Farm Amsterdam colorway. That name just makes me giggle every time. But here they are. I've picked them back up.
Yeah, that's gonna be true.
Let's see how long I actually pick them back up, because they take a little, they're not just a vanilla, but they're not hard either. If you're an adventurous, it's just knitting and slip stitches. I'm not giving anything away because it's a free pattern. But it's very easy and very relaxing. So there's a brief look at that. Let's talk about designs. The one that I have been posting about. Woohoo! These are my designs. I am using cherry pie. I don't have tags because I didn't give myself tags. This is it's a cowl, and it's called Canada Friends Cowl. It is out to testers. I'm hoping to have this ready to go by April 1st of this year. But my main color is, words, Sidebar. And all of these colorways were inspired by the Cozy Up girls. Hence the reason why it's called Canada Friends, because they're from Canada and they're our friends, so we smash the words together. But you use this and 4 mini skeins. This is what I had left. I've got Jamie in both repeats and Sarah, and then I have Katie and Chrissy. There is a version to make it short or to make it long. The instructions are in there, and there is it's written for short or long, and it's written to use a full skein and mini skeins. But you could just use 2 colors, just use 2 full skeins. Jamie, who is testing this for me, is knitting this in 1 color. So I don't think she'll have enough to do the full long version, because the long version would stop right here above Chrissy and then just go right back into your ribbing down here.
The short version.
Short version, yes. I am doing the long version, and it is going to be very long, because I don't like when I put on a cowl. What's wrong?
This cable is too short to do magic loop.
Do you want my...
Do you have yours with you?
No, it's over there. You can go grab it. It's in my thingy. Okay.
Y'all don't mind me.
But anyways, I don't like when you have the shorter ones, when you wear it and it flips open like this so you can see the inside. So I want a nice long one that will squish right here and be very comfortable. But it's also going to be very lightweight because it is ribby and lacy and cable-y. And it's actually like lacy cables. So, and this is not cables right here. It's faux cables. What did I call those? Faux rib twist. Faux cable. I can't remember. It's in the pattern. I don't remember what I called it. But anyways, I love it, and it's gonna be... So, I just have to put in Katie and Chrissy again. So that much more. And then I can put in the rib. From like here to up to the top of Chrissy. So, but I'll put that closer so y'all can see. And when I block it, the lacy cables will open up more. But I'm so excited about this. I currently do not have sidebar on fingering sock. It is on DK100 right now in stock in the shop. And I don't have the mini skeins because every time I put them in the shop, y'all tend to buy them and they sell out quick. So...
Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you very, very much. I do plan to put them back in ready to ship, but for now, ahead of this pattern coming out, for those that want to go ahead and get their yarn, I have put pre-orders up for the mini skeins and for sidebar. So, and if you do the pre-orders, they will get to you in time for you for when this pattern releases, because I'm only putting them up. Let's see if I'm wanting to release it April 1st. So they'll be in the shop until March 20th, and then I'll take them back down so I can fulfill all the pre-orders. And then after that, I will put them ready to ship back in the shop, but it'll still be, it'll be smaller quantities ready to ship. What else was I gonna say?
No idea.
Anyways, I'm super excited about this. And it's a cowl. Pretty sure I said that, but see. Woohoo.
You're such a dork.
And I still have like this much more to add. But it's gonna be, see, squishy. I can't pull it down anymore. But it's gonna sit around your neck and kind of squish right here. But it's not gonna be so heavy here, where I can wear it here, and it's not gonna make me get overheated. So, I'm super excited about this, and I love the way how all of them have come together. And there's a Kiki hair in it. So yeah, let me tell you the story behind this. I first dyed up these on full skeins for the Cozy Up Girls for part of their Christmas from us. Then I put the full skeins for pre-order in the shop, which, by the way, those pre-orders are still there. They are probably going to be coming down the same time that these pre-orders come down. And then I'll try and get some into the shop. Not try, I will get some into the shop after the release of the cowl and I've gotten all the pre-orders. They'll come down March 20th too. Then I decided that these needed to be a mini skein set, so that way those ones that didn't want to buy a full skein of each one could still have all 4 colors. And then I decided, well, those 4 colors, I need to have a sidebar, because that's something the girls say all the time. And I wanted a color that would match those. So I dyed this to go with them. Then when I saw them all together, I said, those need to be together, and this was born. So the Canada Friends cowl, April 1st, woohoo. If you want this yarn, go grab it, it's on pre-order. If you would rather do like these two together, those pre-orders are up too. They're all individual, so you don't have to buy them like as a set. So there is full skeins of all 4 of the girls' colorways on pre-order right now. And then those will come down March 20th. You have to recast?
Yes.
Why?
Just trying to switch over to the larger needle is just proving to be a bigger pain than it's worse.
Did you not want to use mine?
I didn't. I have a larger cable. I just...
Well, no, I have 16-inch, so you wouldn't have had to get a large. You wouldn't have to do magic loop. That's what I was saying. I have interchangeable where it's a 16-inch, where it's 16 inches around total, including the needles.
Oh.
So if you want to use those so you don't have to magic loop, go right ahead, but I don't have a 6, I only have a 7. And I have an 8 too.
Well, I have an 8. And I'm hoping I'll have my mitts done before it's time to switch over to the larger needle.
Yeah.
So.
But you still won't have one big enough a cable. Your cables
No, I
are too
will
big.
once I'm done with those.
You have a 16-inch?
I think I do.
No, you don't because that's small.
I've got 14, 22, and 30.
Yeah, but the 14, once you add your needles on, it's a 22. Or it's a 24. Because your needles are 5 inches. That's only the cable length.
Oh.
So because that's the way Chalgu does theirs.
I'll just do magic tape. That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyways, so, and all of this is being housed in my Knit for Brains bag. My bunny bag. I love this bag so much.
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't even show your bag.
This is what my hat is going to be in, or is in. Mm-hmm. This is my Knit for Brains bag that we got last episode, or showed last episode.
So there's that design. And...
Was it last episode?
Yes. Yes. And I started Michael's hat design. And it's going to be called My Dear Boy, but spelled D-E-E-R. Because he loves deer. And he wanted this as a hunting hat. So, I haven't got much done because I've been working on that other design. But, there you go. You see how the stitches look like deers? Which he's super excited about. It looks like deer heads. And these are Cherry Pie Cottage, but these are not yarn. These are not colorways that are in the shop, and it's not a base it was a base that we had bought for DK or DK sock originally and decided we didn't really like it because it wasn't soft enough. So this colorway is a one of a kind. It will not be in the shop. But if you like this, go get Katie. It's the exact same blue, just not as splotchy. And then this one will probably be in the shop in the summertime. So for all those that, and this one's going to be called, what did he decide? I think he decided he wanted this one to be called Hunter Orange. So we don't know if we're gonna put, I don't think I'm gonna put the Hunter Camo in. But the Hunter Orange will be in the shop this summer. So, for all those people out there that have, or all those ladies out there, or men, if you're looking to knit some hats for hunters or yourself, those will be in the shop in the summer with enough time for you to get and knit up hats for all of your hunting people. So that's all I have for Whip It. But in my other Knit for Brains bag, which is my Texas bag I love so much, I put my doo-wop. I switched out the bag and put my doo-wop in it. And when I finished it, I was kind of sad because I didn't get to use the bag anymore. So I went and caked up some more yarn for another cast on, which I'm not allowing myself to cast this on until I finish my Canada Friends cowl. This is the Drop 'em Like It's Hot by Cozy Up Girls. And this one, they used Pima cotton from Creek Garden Crafts, I believe. Creek Garden, I know for sure. I don't know if Crafts is on the end. But I'm not going to use Pima cotton. I should, but I can't get a hold of it down here. I am going to use a wool silk blend. Both of them are single plies. My speckled, and it's used with a speckle and a solid. But my speckle is that one, which is so pretty. That looks kind of brown. It's not brown in there, that's gray. Look at it, babe. That's brown. It looks like it's brown, but it's gray.
Yeah.
It's like a gray, almost black. That's weird. But anyways, that one is Monkey Business by Barn Owl Yarns, which is another Texas dyer. And this is 70/30 silky single ply, 70% superwash merino and 30% silk. And then my solid is this one, which is also coming out more of a brown color, but it's not, it's a gray. I guess it's a brownie gray, I don't know. But this one is by Wool Tree Yarn, and she is a natural dyer. And she has a cute little shop called The Lucky You in New Braunfels that we are definitely going to be revisiting this summer. She has an entire room of Texas dyers. And this one is also a single ply, and it's 70% superwash merino, 30% silk. But I'm not allowing myself to cast this on until I have cast off the Canada Friends cowl. I even have my needles all ready to go. Everything is ready to go. So as soon as I cast it off, I can cast this one on. So excited. And it's in my Knit for Brains bag. But that's all I have for whips. Do you have any other whips?
No.
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 Okay. Computer says no.
Computer says no.
We're dorks, we know. But if you've been watching us long, you know we are. Now it's time for...
My precious! And I don't have anything.
No, you don't.
What do you have?
I had Christmas money to spend.
Oh.
From my brother-in-law.
Oh,
He gave you money, and actually he got you exactly what you wanted from Amazon.
Fine.
I specifically asked for an Etsy gift card. So, I got a skein of DK weight from Knitty and Color, which it is that bright. I am like super excited about this. But it smells better now. When I first got it, I think she has a diffuser, or she washes this in... Anyways, it did not smell like wool. It smelled like the diffuser. So I hung it up and let it kind of air out for a little bit, and it's better.
It smelled like patchouli oil.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of patchouli oil.
No.
It still kind of does. Which
You
is, you
still
know...
smell it in there, but...
It's a personal thing.
Yeah.
Some people like it. I don't care for it. So before I knit this up, I might wash this. But anyways, I love the color. I love the yarn. Super, super soft. It's 100% superwash merino, 231 yards. Neon Lotus on the Dubstep DK. Ooh. So, but there was that. And then I placed an order with Southern Sparrow Handmade, which her craftsmanship is amazing. She did an amazing job on this. However, I should have read the dimensions on it, because this is my size for small. And that's what, I mean, a lot of, this is what I got. See? I still like it, but the only thing I'm going to be able to fit in this bag is maybe a hat. That was my fault. But I do love what it says. It says, drink coffee, do stupid things faster. And then the fabric is, the inside fabric is her logo. The other thing, here's her card. The craftsmanship is amazing. I mean, she did a really, really good job on this. But she also sent with it a little goodie bag. A lot of these fell out apparently. Didn't even realize it. There was like 4 or 5 of these little bulb stitch markers. Dove chocolate. And tea. Which Haley will drink this because I am not a lemon tea drinker. I like chai tea and that's about it. And iced tea. But, again, the bag is super cute. And I should have read the dimensions on it, because I was not expecting it to be this small. But it'll be a good hat bag, which I want to knit a hat out of this DK. I just don't know what hat yet. I thought about doing a Jamie, a Chatterbox by Cozy Up, but I think that that is too variegated to do that. I need more of a tonal for that one. So we'll see. But that's all I have for my precious. So if you're following the saga, he's going to have to recast again.
Take 3.
And it's with alpaca. You are just fuzzing that yarn crazy.
Yeah. Do you want to do it?
Sure. Not really.
Here.
Not really.
So while she casts my hat on for me.
Anyways.
All she can do is criticize.
No, I'm saying I've done it too. Except for mine was with superwash merino and nylon, and it was fuzzing because of how many times I had to recast. Are you gonna try? I'm gonna have to crochet the end in. When he knit this hat, I had to crochet the end in because he left that much of a tail. So he's gonna keep trying.
No, but I have an idea.
What?
Spit splice. Now spit splice some on to give myself more to work with here.
Okay. Before you do that though, we have story time.
We do.
We have Texas story time.
Story time.
This is Texas, y'all. I said that really weird. It's y'all, not y'all.
Y'all.
Y'all. Again, if you've been watching us long, you know how ridiculous we
Y'all
can be.
should be used to it by now.
Y'all should be used to it.
Used to it. Exactly.
Used to it.
I know what I said.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can you find the end? Okay. Story time.
Alright, story time.
So last time we were on the C's. Now we are on the D's. That sounds weird. There's like a whole thing about, by the way, if you don't know, Dr. Pepper, which is one of our favorite drinks, that and Big Red, those are our top 2, are both made here in Texas. But there's like this whole thing of Dr. Pepper slogans. So it says, this famous beverage was created in 1885 in Waco, Texas. One of them is King of Beverages.
Makes sense.
Frosty, man, Frosty. 70s, probably.
Sounds like.
The most original soft drink ever in the whole wide world. That sounds like something Texans would say.
That's a pretty tall claim right there.
But that's something Texans would say.
Yeah.
America's most misunderstood soft drink. Yes, because there's no way you can make all the little off-brands. They don't.
No.
They're just not the same. Mr. Pibb
Dr.
tastes like flat.
Thunder and
Yeah. Then there's this one, Dr. Pepper 10. It's not for women. I think they were going for that men and women can both drink it. It's not just for women.
You know what's funny is Dr. Pepper 10 hasn't really been around that long.
No.
You know, I think we may have been married already when it came out.
We were living in Okinawa when it came out.
So as early as 2010 is when Dr. Pepper considered this slogan and went with that.
Yep. I think they were going for it's not just for women that men can drink it too, just because it's a diet drink. I think that's what they were going for.
We'll say that's what they were going for.
Yes.
We'll say.
This one we can't do as many, or we'll have to skip it next time because there's not as many. So which one do you want to talk about?
Oh, I want to do this one. I want to do this one.
Okay.
Says during World War II, the British Broadcasting Corporation, or BBC, banned this popular song from radio programs heard by factory workers, lest the workers neglect their labors to join gleefully in the song's clapped chorus. Now that's sad enough to bring a tear to a glass eye. And the song is the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
If you want to know there's Texans around, sing that song and see how many of us will go deep in the heart of Texas. You could try that at Knit City. You will probably get us to do it.
Probably.
Yeah. Did you know we have a town here called Ding Dong? Population 301. The actual name of a very small town in Texas.
Ding Dong, Texas.
Ding Dong, Texas. Yep. You can do this one?
Like this whole thing here?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Dark sky gazing.
Which we can kind of do here in Lubbock and where I'm from. My town, you can see them better. It's better than in Houston. Houston, you can't see them at all.
Well, no.
But we don't have to go very far away from where our house is.
She always wants to talk about, oh, in Houston you can't do it. Houston is the 4th largest city in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, world or country?
Country.
Might just be country. 4th largest city in the country. Of course you're not going to be able to see the stars there. Okay?
Where we live in Texas, in Lubbock, we're far enough outside of the city, like main city, because we live like right on the edge of the city limits.
So, it says the International Dark Sky Association audits and awards state parks certifications based on how dark their skies can get, or how protected they are from sources of light pollution. Some Texas state parks have earned the highest dark sky ratings, making it possible to see constellations, planets, stars, and heavenly bodies that some city dwellers will never behold. And Big Bend National Park is one of the gold tier international dark sky parks. So,
And I've actually been in that area at night. I was driving, and oh my goodness, you turn your headlights off, you can't see anything. But the stars are beautiful. Like, I used to go to church camp in that area, and it was gorgeous.
So, and then Dr. Werner von Braun, German-born aerospace engineer, said, "You must remember that space is large. It's even larger than Texas."
Which is hard to believe.
So, y'all remember that.
Yeah. It cracks me up that a lot of people don't realize how big Texas actually is. El Paso is closer to
Los
Angeles than it is to the eastern side of Texas.
Yep.
So Alaska is the only other state that is bigger than us, and they're quite a bit bigger than us in land mass. But in population, again, we're the second biggest in the country, population-wise. I think New York and California is bigger. New York and California. New York.
Well, the Californians keep leaving California for Austin, and
let's not get into that.
We're not going to get into that.
No. That's all we have for Texas story time.
Story time.
Story time. Now we're going to talk about shop news. So if you are new to our little podcast, I also am the owner and dyer and maker of Cherry Pie Cottage on Etsy. I usually lately have been doing an update every week, but this week there's not an update and there won't be one next week because my birthday's coming up. So I am working on a very special birthday update. So we'll talk about that real quickly. And then I will talk about some things that I put in the shop and other things that people keep asking. Oh, there's that tag. It was Azul's.
Azul's?
So, Azul's. That's what it says. Look. Azul's.
Oh.
So, I am doing some very special fabric. What's wrong?
I can't find the other end, so.
I'm sorry. If you saw our Instagram live last week, then you saw this fabric already. It's unicorns. Oh, can't say it that way. Let's do it that way. It's unicorns. And I got this fabric to go with it. Isn't that cute? So, there's that fabric. And I'm going to do some sock sets. That is going to be a 50-gram skein of yarn on our fingering sock base and a 20-gram mini skein. Now then, these are going to all be called unicorn because instead of calling them ook skeins like everybody else, I'm going to call mine unicorns. So they are all going to be, I'm just going to pick some colors and throw them on a skein, and they will be non-repeatable. So if you see one you like, get it, because I probably won't be able to repeat it. But that is my plan, to make unicorn bags and put out unicorn sock sets, which will all be different. So that is my plan. Bags and yarn all at once, which I haven't done. It's always one or the other. And I also want to throw in these bags. Don't know for sure if these are going to be in. The plan is to put these in, but this with that. Because this is my palette, pink and gray. That's what I tend to go for. So very girly and not, so, but that is the plan. So I'll be looking for these, because I won't be rebuying this fabric either. So if you like this combo, grab what's in the shop. That update will be March 8th, which is a Friday, so it'll be whimsical, basically, because we're gonna have the unicorn sock sets, the unicorn bags, and possibly the forest creature bags. But that's all for what's coming up. I constantly not constantly, I've gotten messages of wanting to know if I'm going to be putting moose bags in the shop, like the Cozy Up Girls. I will not be putting those bags in. I do have that size in stock though, and I wanted to show you the bags that I have in stock in that size. We have Furry Friends in large. We have Pinwheels in large. I wanted to call these pinwheels again. It's ridiculous. Pinwheels in large. And we have llamas in large. That's what I have in large as of right now. I will be putting in some of the unicorn in large. I don't know how many, but there will be some of those in the large size. I restocked the shop on some colorways last week. I didn't restock. I put Bittersweet on the DK 100 base, which is 100% superwash merino, not 100% DK. It is 100% DK, but so I love this one. This will not knit up with big blocks like this. It'll just be little bits of that. It'll be mostly this color. So I have that on DK 100 and I have it on DK sock. So, which I might have to steal one on DK 100 and knit the Jamie Chatterbox. I don't know yet. I also restocked, I do believe in spooks on fingering sock, which I need to restock on DK 100 too, because every time I put this in the shop, when I go to restock another base, that other one that was in stock sells out. And I restocked Punk Watermelon, which this one I love, but it never comes out the same, ever. Sometimes you get more of the raspberry pink, sometimes like this one you get more of the hot pink, sometimes you get more of the greens. So this is, I love this one, and it never comes out the same. Every time I dye it, it comes out different. And sometimes you'll get the dye will break and you'll get some purple splotches. I mean, you're gonna have them anyways, but sometimes you get heavier ones where it's more of like a blue. So I love this colorway so much, and it is so different every time, even though I do the exact same thing every time. I speckle them with the same colors, with the exact same order. I do them heavy, light, whatever every time, and it still comes out different every single time. But that's all I have for shop news. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, not that I can really think of.
I also have small size bags in stock too.
Just fighting with this yarn.
I have some small bags in this print too.
Oh.
Now it's time for the tail end.
Tail end.
Wah wah. Do you have anything to add for the tail end?
Make sure if you... Knit City is a while away, but if you do see us...
We'll remind you when it gets closer to time. But this is our idea for now. If you see us, come say hey, y'all.
Come up.
And we do plan to have buttons. And I do have plans to dye up micro skeins, which will be like 10 grams.
Mm-hmm.
So come up and say, hey y'all, eh? Probably will get a micro skein and a button.
Maybe.
So, but we do want to have things to
But we are super excited about it.
So excited. What's funny...
This is our first Fiber Fest. There's one in Dallas, which is 5 hours away-ish.
And then there's some down in the San Antonio Houston area, which is like 8 to 10 hours.
But instead of going to one of those first...
Let's go to the 30-hour
We go to the one that's 30 hours away and in another country.
Totally.
You know, that makes sense.
Totally makes sense.
So, but we are really looking forward to it.
Yes.
Hopefully we can make some new friends and...
Yes. And we get to meet the Cozy Up girls. We're so excited. And we get to meet Kim from Ginger Snap, which I need to get a hold of some yarn when we see her too. I want to buy some of her yarn. So,
I have some of her yarn.
Yes, I know. I told him, I said, let me have it to knit with for something for you. Because it's fingering weight. He doesn't knit with fingering weight. So he'll still get the product and the yarn. I just want to knit with it. So I said, let me have them. I'll knit you some socks.
We'll see. Our dog's getting tired of us talking, apparently.
Yeah,
it's turtle time.
Yeah, she's on her back, like just...
Yeah, she gets on her back and just like wallowing, like she's dancing. So,
and we get the whole yawning and...
But anyway,
she's pretty patient and easygoing. So, go to our Ravelry group. It's Cherry Pie Cottage. Go in, say, hey, y'all. If you're knitting with our yarn, go in and post a picture. We want to see what y'all are working with.
Yep.
We want to see...
And on Instagram.
Yes, on Instagram. Cherry Pie Cottage Yarn. Hashtag Cherry Pie Cottage Yarn. If you knit one of my designs, which right now it is only the Starburst hat, it's hashtag Starburst or Cherry Pie Cottage Designs. I really want to see that. You can also just tag me. I'll see it too. Mm-hmm. But anyways, we want to see what y'all are knitting with our yarn. Really, we just want to see what y'all are knitting. Me. But if you're knitting with our yarn or one of my designs, I really want to see it even more.
And here on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. And like and share the videos as well.
Yeah, just hit the thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up.
It helps with the algorithm. It helps others to find us.
Hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and you'll be the first to know when we put up a new episode.
I don't hit the notification bells. I got tired of them. They annoyed me. So I'll just go in and check every day to see if there's a new something. But God is good.
Read your Bible.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Okay. He's recording.
Don't put that in the episode.
What? Oh.
I didn't even notice.
I did not. But guess what's going at the very end now?
Please don't. You better make a funky face then.
No. Happy?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.